That one was real close, too. They lost by just 2 points.
That was a difficult one for them to drop. A close game throughout, and an opponent that they're going to beat more often than not.
And now, Greg, that we're into the meat of the season, are you seeing any emerging trends out there?
For a few years, the trend had been guys shooting from farther and farther out. But, Kevin, I think we're seeing a return of the big man, a more concerted effort to attack the interior.
You know, Smitty, last year, the Hawks' top 4 leading scorers were all 24 or younger. That is amazing.
It is, Kevin, and at the top of that list is Trae Young. He's a player Atlanta can build around. It's a matter of finding the pieces to put around Young to complement his game.
And it's Warren with the ball for Brooklyn. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And they won the season series last year, trying to continue those winning ways this time around.
And here's Young from the arc. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. And the shot by Warren, no good. And the Hawks with possession. Here's Murray. And he banks in the layup.
An explosive athlete with the ball in his hands. DeJounte Murray doing a dance and creating space for his shot.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Well, as you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. And again, it's the Nets missing.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Hunter on the wing.
Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
4 on the clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Next ball. Now into the lineup for your Nets.
Brooklyn with the ball. Looking for the first basket of the game. To the middle. Back to Dinwiddie. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
And here's Young from the arc. And they'll keep possession. And the call will be against Harris. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Next ball.
And one thing, Greg, we know Capella has always done. He plays to his strengths.
It's a great point, Kevin. Capella knows where he's best and really focuses on that. Can help the team with minimal touches on offense, but he really anchors a defense by not overextending.
Pass to Curry. Out to the wing. Another shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Dinwiddie.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Now here's Murray. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Here's Hunter. And he makes good on the layup.
A tough guy who doesn't mind mixing it up. Hunter can do a lot of damage in the paint.
Curry on the wing.
Last 2 minutes to play. First quarter.
1:57 left to play in the first quarter. He doesn't hit that one. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Murray looking around. Pass to Hunter. Back to Murray. Shot clock at 6. And they double up Murray. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Atlanta making a switch here.
Substitutions on the court.
And it's Harris with the ball for Brooklyn. Warren on the wing. Here's Dinwiddie. Let's keep it alive. Outside for Curry. He sinks the 11-footer.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You know, sometimes great skill can overcome a lack of intensity, but it's very rare.
So both teams making some changes here.
Show some love.
1:10 left in the first quarter of the game. Johnson outside. Back to Bogdanovich. Pass to Griffin. Knocked away. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Brooklyn basketball.
Brooklyn trailing. Now Mills. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. And the wide open shot from Warren. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Here's the Hawks with the ball. Now here is Holiday. Counted good.
That's a terrific job by Justin Holiday. Has the length to make the play inside. They like to see him do more of this.
Dinwiddie with the bucket. Here's Holiday. We've got 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. Right side, Bogdanovich. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Good footwork by Bogdanovich. Precise with his moves, and typically he beats the defenders.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now Mills. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
The former second rounder, Patty Mills, first made it in this league because of the deep range.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close.
11.
Brooklyn ahead, up by one. We'll get things
Here to put on a show,
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth, and it's not usually literal. But what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it. They've kind of checked out mentally. And I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sport.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. KD says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you. And the dunk by Capella.
It's a joy to watch how active Capella is on offense, fighting for the boards and saving that play.
It's good from long range. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance from last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Turn it up, Nets fans.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Young. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Another area where Young excels, using the dribble to create space for his shot.
And the way Trae Young, GA, is the focus of this offense. The numbers just pile up.
Yeah, I mean, they run so much through him. His usage rate is off the charts. Led the entire league in total points and total assists in 2022. And that hadn't been done in 49 years. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
An assertive slam by Clint Capella, showing the defense what he can do.
Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Curry. Nets passing it around. Back to Harris. Clock at 4. Here's Dinwiddie. And the Nets, another 3.
Oh, heads-up play by Warren. Spotting a wide-open shooter and delivering a dime.
Young outside. From past the arc. Another miss by Young.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
It's tipped. And stolen by Murray. Drives to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
Great awareness by Capella to recognize the breakdown defensively.
Curry on the wing. They get a hand on it. Pass to Claxton. Warren on the wing. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Rejected by Harris. Good on the shot. Young's got his second basket of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside Curry. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. No good from outside. The Hawks trail by 8. Young from outside buries the long-range jumper. Young's got 7 points in the game.
This is Trae Young's game. Unbreakable confidence, quick release, unlimited range.
Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Claxton.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
Dinwiddie, the bounce pass. To the wing right side. Outside Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And so it's Capella with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a 5-point game. Bogdanovich. And the dunk by Capella.
An intimidator himself, Capella's not shying away from a little contact.
The 3 from Mills. Hits it from three-point range. Mills got his second bucket of the night. And that concludes the first half. Nets.
Brooklyn, 31. The Hawks, 20.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game.
Nets team.
Nets leading by 6. You talk about a defensive menace. That's Dorian Finney-Smith.
He has a knack for coming up with a big defensive play. Often lines up against the opponent's most important offensive player.
From the moment when he sticks his foot in the ground and puts his head down, DeJounte Murray is explosive and fast.
Out to the right wing. Harris outside. And it's off from three-point range. The Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Hunter. It's Young on the wing. It's sent back down by Simmons.
An excellent defender, whether Simmons is in the post or roaming the perimeter. He's a shot-blocking threat. And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
And the Hawks with possession here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. Back to Mills. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. No good from Simmons. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And stolen by Simmons. Dinwiddie with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Here's Claxton. And the rejection by Collins. Pass to Claxton. And the shot goes in. And the Nets lead by 8.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Young, right side. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Young's shot is off.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
A strong physical player in his own right. Simmons finishing through the contact.
Good on the three-point shot.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
The Hawks trail by 7. Young looking around. That one off the back iron and out.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks will go for a different look here.
On the court.
Left side, Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Pass to Johnson. Outside for Griffin. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Here's Griffin. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Takes the three. Brooklyn with the rebound. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Mills. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Mills has got 8 points.
You know, he's not someone who spends a ton of time in the painted area, but Patty Mills looking comfortable on that one.
Looking to end his cold spell. And the play by Curry as he finishes it off for 2. He's got 10.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And it's Mills with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They have a 9-point lead. The three connects from three-point range.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Here's Curry. 10 points for him. That will count. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
The score.
And so it's the
play.
Brooklyn Nets going into the break with a 10-point lead. They played the better game.
34.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Murray. Outside Collins. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal foul.
And Collins is shown to be a game changer on the floor. The problem for him has been staying on the floor. Has fought the injury bug his whole career.
For Collins, he has yet to play close to a full slate of games, Greg, in a single season.
Collins has missed time in each season he's played. He's young enough. A few years of good injury fortune can change the narrative. And let's just hope that's the case for his sake.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
Here's Hunter. Not going to go that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Outside for Simmons. Pass to Harris. Launches a three. No good. Shot missing. The Hawks trail by 11. Wide open look here for Murray. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Authoritative move by Simmons, throwing it down on the defense.
Murray right side. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
And a big trade this last summer was Murray coming to the Hawks. Paid a hefty price, but Atlanta feels he and Trey make a great backcourt pair. Hard to think of a more deadly backcourt in the East. And it's the growth of Murray as a distributor has really proved to be a great point guard. There were questions about that early in his career.
And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
From Dinwiddie.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Young, and he uses the glass on the lane. And, Greg, you can see it. Murray has really improved his passing.
He has a great sense of the court and spacing, reads defense as well, and can direct his teammates. Could see him being an elite passer in no time.
Nailed from three-point land. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets. Young drives in.
Assist.
Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 11 points for Trae Young.
Defensive breakdown. Murray attracts attention as a scorer, which opens up everything else.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screen.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
That one good for 2.
Attacking the teeth of that defense. This is where Collins makes his living.
Dinwiddie from outside off the mark. The Hawks trail by 10. Young with no one around. And the lead is down inside single digits.
That's just great court recognition there. He saw the D packing the lane on the break, so he calmly rose up and drained the transition three.
Here's to Claxton. Here's Finney-Smith. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Trying to get his man back for the last three. It helps to not make this personal.
Young outside. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for three.
The confidence Trae Young plays with is really something. It helps him be such a thorn in the D side.
Timeout called, the Nets. They lead by 7. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
Thank you, David. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really won. He's got one more, though. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Here's Dinwiddie. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
Simmons pulls it in. Nets leading by 9. There's the 3. Hunter grabs the miss. Young for 3. Blocked for the new shot clock. From downtown, hits the 3-point bomb.
Incredible. Often the smallest guy on the floor, Young consistently comes up with the biggest plays.
Jacks up a 3. They get it back. It's Young on the wing. Again, Young missing. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
First personal foul. Team second.
Here's Dinwiddie. No good on the quick 3.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player? And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from 3-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
You know, when you watch Trae Young, he sort of glides around the floor. Then he can stop on a dime.
And here's Mills for 3. And it's John Collins with the rebound. On its way from Young for 2. Yes!
I can't believe that went in, and I don't think he can either.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're behind by 5. 1 second left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
They are left picking up the remains of their game plan. Better luck next time.
Timeout Atlanta. Here to put on a show, your Brooklyn Nets. Substitutions on the court.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. It's off. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Probably a little closer than they...